Hello, Mike, and hello, Griffins. I really hope that you are enjoying the Beyond Literacy course so far this semester. I took it last term at the University of Toronto in the Master of Information program, and I have to say, by far, it was my favorite course I took last semester. Now, I'm going to quickly just speak a few words about Beyond Literacy and what it meant for me and what the course really meant for me, actually. Um, Now, before I came back to school full time, I was a elementary school teacher and at an inner city school in Scarborough, and I have to say that I really saw a majority of boys struggling with literacy. And you can go online, you can find any real document that will tell you that boys are typically behind girls in reading ability, reading and writing skills. So I saw it firsthand, and that kind of really, I don't know, it kind of alarmed me because you see these numbers on a page and you read these facts and figures and you think, yeah, whatever, this is a problem, let's just tackle it, let's address it. But when you really see it in action, you see why certain people are further behind in reading and writing than others. It hits home. It kind of triggers a red flag. And what I saw was, I saw a bunch of boys who absolutely loved comic books. And I saw some teachers just not cater to that at all. Granted, I saw some that really encourage reading of any kind, whether you're reading a comic book, a novel, or the back of a cereal box. They just wanted you to read. But there are others that will say, this isn't literacy, this isn't a novel, this isn't good enough. You need to find something better, you need to find something that I approve of. And for me, that's a big issue because I don't think we should be discouraging anyone from reading and writing, especially when there's so many distractions around us and we have all these post-literate tools that can really convey the same points. So take, for example, this video, right? I could have written this and I could have sent it off in an email and you would get the same information, but would it really be the same impact? I'd argue that it's not, because you're seeing my face, you're hearing my voice, and we're having more of a discussion here rather than just you reading my thoughts on a page. So I really think that's why a lot of young boys struggle with reading in schools, because they're told what to read and they're told how to do it. Well, I believe that we really kind of need to tap into some of these post-literate means to really help explore literacy, right? Because of course we want people to contribute, right? Without literacy, you can't really contribute. So what I mean by post-literate means to help produce literacy is, take video games, for example. Video games are not just Pac-Man or, whatever they were back in the day. I'm too young for even those games. But they have story, right? They have characters, they have setting, they have plot, they have a whole narrative to them, right? And it's so exciting, it's so visual, right? And yeah, it's always fun to blow up a bad guy here and there too. But there's such context there, right? And it makes it a meaningful experience. And I really think that if we can kind of link video games to reading, I think a lot more boys are going to buy into it, right? And we're going to see higher reading and writing scores in our schools. For me, for example, it was because of video games that I became a reader. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the Resident Evil video games. I absolutely am. I started playing them when they came out. I guess I was about grade 9 when the first one came out. No, maybe a bit. I'm dating myself, but whatever. These games were creepy and they had such tone, and there were these characters and there was a situation and a zombie infestation, and they really kind of painted a picture. And I played the games, and then I didn't really read much though, like in school at all. So fast forward a few years, I noticed that there are these novelizations of the Resident Evil books at chapters. So I go and I pick them up, and there are about 6 of them, and then some original stories too. And so I pick them up and I read straight through them. And I would never have done that had it not been for video games. Video games was my door to literacy, and it really kind of helped me get to where I am today, because if I didn't develop or finesse my reading and writing abilities, I wouldn't be in graduate school. I wouldn't have graduated university or gone to college before that, So I really think that we're kind of holding on to literacy because that's what so many people know. But there's so many other tools out there that are post-literate, that are beyond literacy, that really help emphasize literacy, first of all. But also, there are other modes of communication, right? There are other ways of expressing yourself, and I think that's something that we really need to explore. So in this course, I really urge you to dig into these issues, to discuss with your classmates, to debate with them, to disagree with them even, right? That's all part of the learning process, and it's okay to do it. So I really urge you to just really explore the thoughts that come to your mind, if they're on a whim. Speak them in class. You're going to see you'll get the feedback from your peers, right? You'll say, that's a great idea, or that's a terrible idea, but you never know what's going to come of it, right? So this class is really great for fostering discussion, and I really hope that you get everything that I got out of it last semester. So with that said, best of luck this term, and Mike, I hope to see you around again.